Hello, my friends. I know that a lot of you are probably not going to watch this right away, but I had a request, and you know me. When I have a request, I do them. I can't open this bag. I want to show you something. Okay. So I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me, yeah, those chips, you know, those low-carb chips, cheese chips. You can only make them out of hard cheeses. And I said, no, that's not true. And I said, I've made them plenty of times with regular cheese. I buy the what is it? Not the kind that's not shredded. I shred it myself because it's cheaper that way. I'll just be honest with you. They're so good. Okay, that's not true. You can use this kind of cheese to make, let me show you, these kind of chips. Listen to me. Listen to me, Linda. Listen. You hear that? You hear that? They're crunchy. And they're amazing. Somebody said something. Anyway, so what I do, I forgot to bring the chicharrones. Y'all know what chicharrones are, right? Pork skins. I take a bunch of this cheese. Well, I want to say about a cup, because I don't make a lot at one time. Am I first? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's so funny, Linda. Really? For real? I'm just saying, Dory. Just saying. So, anyway, this person was saying, no. I have found that you can only use the hard cheeses. Well, look. This mama has learned that Parmesan cheese can be a little expensive. And when you're on a budget, you got to do what you got to do. So this is the trick. You put some of this with pork skins. And I'm not getting up because I ain't got a bra on, but y'all know what pork skins are. Come on. You grind it up in your little grinder. If you don't have a grinder, beat the crap out of the bag. You know, you get the same consistency until it gets like a powder form. You take about a cup and a half of cheese, and then a whole bag of chicharrones, because they're like, or pork skins. I say chicharrones because I'm used to chicharrones. That's just what it is. So then you're going to take that, you know, you mix it together with your hands, whatever, and then you take a little bit at a time on parchment paper, and you can make them look as pretty as you want, but they're still going to come out ugly. I'm just saying. Just saying. So then, guess what you do next? Well, they're chips. You can do all kinds of things. You can put avocado on them. I'm not tearing this up because I'm not going to eat it right now. You can put some turkey on it. Look at that. Some avocado. I'm not going to eat that either. I'm really not hungry right now. I'm just doing this because somebody asked me. I had to eat that because it fell. I love to use queso fresco. I know this is cheese and pork skins, but I still love using some of this cheese on top of the chip. It is so good with avocado, baby. And you're eating a low-carb snack. Okay, the trick. I must get to the trick, right? Rosemary, get to the trick. You put your oven on 400 temperature, 450. Sometimes I do that, 450, just to get it out of the way, make it hot really quick. Wait about 10 minutes while you're mixing this stuff up. Remember, you take about a cup and a half that's shredded of this stuff, which is just, this is the Mexican cheese, which is a Mexican blend that has the orange and the mozzarella together, I guess. It's so yummy. You don't have to use just this. You could use just regular orange cheese, just regular cheddar if you want. Oh, Lord, I'm so glad I just ate. Otherwise, I'd be making it. Cheese is your weakness. Cheese is my weakness, girlfriend. Here we go. So then, you take a bag of chicharrones, pork skins. I need to say pork skins for my little friends that don't know Spanish. You mix it together, put it on the parchment paper, however you want. Make sure you flatten it out a little bit. The flatter it is, the thinner it'll come out. Okay. So your oven is preheated to 400 to 450. And then you put your cookie sheet in. You wait about 10 minutes. 7 minutes. Go look at it. If it's a little bit of brown, you want it to be a little darker, because that's what's going to give you the crunch, right? Because you're trying to dry them out is all you're trying to do. So then you take them out at a medium brown. You don't want them to burn. And then you wait a little bit, because you're going to flip them. When you flip them, you put them in for another 3 minutes. And baby, you wait till they cool off. Give them a good hour or so for them to cool off completely before you put them in a bag. And this is what you get. Some yummy goodness. You don't go buy that stuff at the store when you can make it. I know I shouldn't preach to you guys. I shouldn't tell you that. If you want to buy whatever you want to buy, you do what you got to do. I just say, if you want to do it without all the preservatives that they have to put in it, remember, you can do it yourself. And they're so yummy. I just had some fish, so I shouldn't be eating this. I had some fish right now. I had leftover fish from yesterday. Last night I learned you can make nacho with chicharrones. Of course you can. That's what I had for lunch. I don't know what's happening, you guys. Where do I go? Now, you know I'm not that crazy about, I don't know that much about the internet. I know y'all think I do, but I don't. I just saw your comment, and then it just kind of like, I don't see it anymore. Do I go to the, let me see. There you are. I know. Show live chat messages. Okay. Oh, Lord, I'm so glad I just ate. Okay, last night I learned you can make, yep, that's what I had for lunch after church. So good. Yes, awesome. And then you put some jalapenos on there. Oh, baby. Now, what I would suggest is do not buy the nacho cheese, because nacho cheese, if you look at the back of the label, you're going to see that it is all homogenized oil. I know it tastes good. I know it does. I'm sorry, my sister sent me a picture. Selena, my niece, it's her birthday. Happy birthday, my girl. Mwah! I love you so much. Never tried that. Okay, so I'm just saying, you want to make your own nacho cheese? Let me share that trick too. Let me share that trick. I have so many ideas, guys. I have been on the low carb diet for 13 years. So it's not that I'm trying to tell you how to cook or anything. I'm just sharing. Somebody told me last night on Facebook, and or was it on Eric made some chili last night. I don't remember where I shared it, but I said something to the effect, I'm not trying to boast about what I know. I just try and share. Oh, I know what it was. I made bone broth the other day, and chicken bone broth, and it's the simplest thing. But I've noticed that people are spending like a lot of money on bone broth, which is ridiculous when you can make your own. If you've got a Instapot or if you've got a crock pot, so simple. If y'all want that recipe, you got to tell me, because I will come back and make that. But it's so easy, and a lot of YouTubers that make it already, so just Google it. Ooh, I got to see what people are saying because I can't see. Never tried that. No, that stuff is gross anyway. Oh, do you're the one I need to call when I need recipes? Why, yeah, of course. So the nacho cheese, if you have this cheese or just have regular cheddar cheese and add a little heavy cream, because you know heavy cream, it's not bad for you guys. It's low carb. And put this away before I'm not hungry. And melt it, and don't melt it in the microwave. But if you have a microwave, it's okay. Just that you lose a lot of the nutrients So they say. I don't know. I ain't that smart about how the microwave and all that causes all kinds of problems. But anyway, so yeah, if you melt your own cheese and make your own nacho cheese, I think that would be a better thing for you than for you to buy that bottle. And I'm not saying I never did. I did. And then I learned, it's the wrong way to go. And then same thing with, I have a confession. Same thing with quinoa. I wanted to believe that quinoa was not putting weight on me. I wanted to believe that it's all protein, it's good for you. And it is good for you. And my doctor wanted me to eat it. Oh, you're the one, I've been making bone broth since before I knew what it was, right? Yeah, we Mexicanas, girlfriend. We know what it is. It's so good. Now my husband, he has a cup of bone broth when he feels like he's hungry. We are down to just eating one meal a day, and we might eat another something. When I say something, I mean like something like this, something very light at night around 8. But our main meal is usually brunch. Well, if you want to call brunch between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, depends on what we're doing during the day. And my husband has become so used to the low carb now that he doesn't get as hungry as often. That's what low carb does for your body. You don't get as hungry. And I've always eaten only when I'm hungry. And I learned that 3 years into my surgery. I learned that I was just going to eat when I was hungry. And your mind changes for the better. I used to love to hear Rob. I don't see him anymore on YouTube, but Rob used to say, when you change your mind, you change your body, or something to that effect. And I feel like that's what my husband is doing. His mindset is changed so tremendously that the other day, I'm going to confess this too, I'm going to tell the truth. The other day, I picked up something, and I tried to say, but babe, because he was telling me, you ain't buying that. And I'm like, I can buy this. Look at all the fiber it has. That means it's only going to have 2 carbs. I don't remember what it was exactly. He looked at it and he goes, oh no. A carb is a carb is a carb. And I thought to myself, I was telling my sister, I'm like, oh wow. This man has changed. His mind and everything about him has changed to where he's making me feel guilty about what I wanted to eat. So if it comes to vegetables and things like that, I'll eat those carbs because I believe that, that's good too. I've been making bone broth and I had to penny pinch. I know, girlfriend. Me and you know both. It's like, people say that I save everything that I make. Of course I do. I am a product of a mama's in depression. My grandmother lived through depression, and she taught my mama, and my mama taught us. So we're a product of the depression, which is a good thing when it comes to reality, what life is all about today. What about fruit, my weaknesses? I'm not a doctor, sweetheart. I'm not a doctor, but Eric was told by his doctor, no fruit. Because fruit is a sugar that will spike his insulin. So because he has to stay away from fruit, I have to stay away from fruit. Avocados are fruit. And we do, this is a good fat. This is what we want. And, but again, I'm not a doctor. I don't like to tell people what to eat and what not to eat. I do like to share what I cook and the ideas I make because it helps our community. I don't get paid for this. I don't get paid for any of my recipes. I just like sharing. Does that make sense? I hope so. I just like sharing. I love to just give you ideas because I was in a place at one time that nobody wanted to share and nobody wanted to give me any ideas. So I had to come up with stuff. And that's how I've become the person, or how I eat now. Because I had to come up with stuff that I knew was low carb. I would look at everything and I would make sure that there was no, how much sugar was in it, how much carbs were in it. Aw, thank you, mijita. I love sharing. You know that. You know that. And I do it because I love you. I'm not trying to gain anything from it. The other day, my sissy was saying, you should gain stuff from it. No, I gain so much more when I just share me. And not my sissy, my Antonia. Anyway, I love you, and I'll see you when I see you. I hope this helped you to know that you don't necessarily have to use hard cheeses. Now, let me tell you, if you use a hard cheese, your cheese is not going to look dark like this. It's going to be a lighter color. But, baby, listen to that. I'll give y'all one more crunch before I leave. Is that good? Okay. Oh, and by the way, I've made these before where I sprinkle a little bit of pepper to give it a little bit of taste. I have sprinkled, trying to think what else I sprinkled. Smoked paprika on them. Because in this house, I was making a lot of deviled eggs for Blue Eyes before he transformed. He is transforming, but before he transitioned into not eating so much. He's gotten to the point where he knows that he waits to find out if he's really, truly hungry before he asks me to make him something, which is amazing. When I was gone, I'm making this video too long, I'm sorry. But let me just tell you, low carbing or keto or whatever you want to do, where you're not spiking your insulin every 2 hours. If you're not eating every 2 hours, you're not going to spike your insulin, and it's not going to make you want more food. So you can go longer without eating. And he has transitioned into that already. So I'm not making as many deviled eggs as I used to, because I used them. They had to be in my refrigerator, because when the doctor, I don't know what the doctor told him. It's like I was telling Tony, I don't know what the doctor told him, but whatever he told him, he got in the car. I got in the car, and he got in the car, and he was like, babe, I'm changing my ways. I will eat the way you eat from on now. And I'm like, okay. And he's not gone back on his word. And he's lost 49 pounds. If you guys went to the chili video before this, he makes a chili that has no beans in it. And it has chicharrones. It has pork rinds to thicken it. It's an amazing chili. And he just added some meatballs to them. Now, those meatballs we bought at... I had to make the meatballs before. But he added these meatballs. I make my meatballs with Parmesan cheese to keep them firm. And Winco is now selling the meatballs that are made with Parmesan cheese. I looked at all the ingredients, and all it had was the meat and the Parmesan cheese and seasonings. It's a little seasony, but it was good. Let me see. Who's talking to me? Aw, you're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. All right, I will go. Like I said, I'm making this video too long. I just came on to tell you that you can make, and I slice my cheese I buy a big old block, and then I slice it into these, so they're like little sticks. And if Blue Eyes is hungry, he can eat one of those. I tell him, don't get into my Baby Bells, because the Baby Bells are the ones that I throw in my purse. If we have a doctor's appointment and it takes us all day, he can have something to snack on, and I can have something to snack on. And now I have these to snack on. So yeah, lots of things that you can make to throw in your bag instead of putting processed stuff in your bag. I love you guys. Let me know if you came by. I always love to see who came by. And right now, because I'm so busy, I have not even unpacked. I will be throwing you a heart to know, so you'll know that I read your comment, okay? I love you, and I'll see you when I see ya.